Welcome back, viewers. So, today's topic is manpower calculation, how to do that. So, now in this video, I'm gonna tell you two different ways to calculate it. So, by the end of this video, you will learn how to calculate workload, how to implement shrinkage, how to cater it in your base FTE, and how to calculate the base requirement. So, let's get started. Let's move to our first calculation. So I'm just how we can do that. So what are the basic details that we would require to proceed further with this calculation? So we required forecasted volume, we required forecasted AST, we required forecasted occupancy and shrinkage target. Once we have this, then we require an agent role is for 5 days or for 6 days. What is the shift length, break timing, short break, if they have any training coaching mandate, so we will cater that. So once we have those inputs, we will calculate the base FT required net FT. So let's see how we are calculating that. So let's say our forecasted volume is 10,000, our forecasted AST is 300, forecasted occupancy I'm taking 78 for now. We can change it to 80 if you want, 80 to 85 in between that, but for now I'm taking 78. Shrinkage I'm catering, I'm taking 18% shrinkage. First, let's see this part of the calculation. Let's suppose an agent whose shift length is 9 hours. So a person who has a 9-hour shift, they will be eligible for 1 hour lunch break, two short break, 15 minutes, two short break. So the length would be, if we club both the breaks together, the length would be half an hour. So zero point 0.5, zero point 0.5. So this is our 1 hour lunch. I mean 1 hour break. Coaching and training, I'm considering zero. Let's say there is no mandate coaching training for any of the project. So let's calculate working hours. So how we are calculating working hours? Shift length minus our lunch break, short break. If coaching training is there, so we will remove that. So the calculation is shift length minus lunch break, short break, and training and coaching. Once we have it, now we will generate on phone hours. So what is on phone hours? On phone hours is the amount of time an agent would be ready to work. Okay. So how we will calculate it? 8 hours into occupancy. Our occupancy is 78%. So 8 hours into 78% will give us on phone hours. So now an agent whose shift is for 9 hours, after excluding all the non-productive hours, the working hours for an agent would be 8 and on phone hours would be 6.24 based on 78% occupancy. If you change it to 80, then hours would change 6.4. So I'm going for 78 for now. So this is our on phone hours. Let's calculate the available time. So once we have this on phone hours, what we can do to get an available hours, which is idle time, working hours minus on phone hours. So if do this calculation, it will give us the idle time. Now we can identify if someone doesn't give you the occupancy and give you all these metrics, so which means how to figure out the occupancy. So on phone hours divided by on phone hours plus idle time. See, it both the numbers are equal. So just giving you an update here how you can do that. Okay, so once this part is done, let's move and start working on the forecasted metrics. So now we have to calculate the workload. So how we will calculate the workload? So to calculate workload, we have to multiply forecasted volume into AHT. So once we do that, it will give us the total workload, right? So we have workload available in seconds because AST is also in seconds. Now our next move would be on phone hours weekly, because this on phone hours is for an agent, right, for one day. And let's suppose we have to calculate it weekly. So what we have to do now, this is in hours, so make sure when our workload is in second, we have to change on phone hours also in the second. So what we will do for this calculation, we will take on phone hours, we will multiply with that the working days, and then we will multiply by 3600 to convert that into seconds. So this is what we are doing here, on phone hours into working days and 3600. So once we do with this calculation, we have on phone hours available here. Now next move is to calculate how many required FTs, I mean base FTs we would need. So what we will do for that, in that calculation, our workload divided by on phone hours, right, which we calculated here. So workload divided by on phone hours will give us the base FT. So to handle this amount of workload, how many FTs we would need? So we would need approximately 27 FTEs if we round it up. Okay, so now let's calculate how many FTs we would require with shrinkage, which is our gross FT. So what we will do with, in this case, we will take our base FT and we will uh, cater our shrinkage what we are planning. So our shrinkage projection is 18%. So what we will do, base FT divided by 1 minus 18%. So we have to do reverse calculation. It's not like 27 into 7 into 18%. No, that won't work, and that is not the ideal calculation to add shrinkage. So this is the standard calculation. We have to do reverse one. So our base FT divided by 1 minus a shrinkage. So with this, we would require 32.6 FT, approximately 33 FT we would require to cater this much of volume with these assumptions. Okay, so this is the first calculation we understand. I mean, we understood about this calculation, right? So let's move to our second calculation. So let me start with this part first, because everything will remain same. So the way we have done calculation in the first first calculation, similarly we will be doing the same for calculation 2. Shift length 9 hours, lunch break would be zero point 0.5, half an hour, short break half an hour. So this calculation is same even in this part. Now what is changed here, I'm going to take the same assumptions so that we can validate our numbers whether it's matching with one or not, the one we did. So forecasted volume is same, AST is same, occupancy 78%, shrinkage 18%. So workload we are going to calculate with the same way, while volume into AHT, and now on phone hours also will be the same. On phone hours into working days, and then multiply by 3600 to convert into seconds. Now we have a next extra metric, which is call per agent. So call per agent, so what we are doing here, how we are calculating call per agent is, whatever on phone hours we have, we will divide that by the AHT. Once we do this calculation, it will give us call per agent weekly. That means an agent will be taking around 734 7 sorry 374.4 calls in a week. So this is the call capacity for an agent. Okay, now once we have it, So how we use a different approach to calculate the base FT is, what we will do, we will divide it the forecasted volume by the agent call per agent. Okay, so this is the next approach you can go with to calculate your base FT or required FT. Forecasted volume divided by call per agent. Okay, once you have it, you are going to see your required net FT. Okay, and similar way we will go with shrinkage, a base FTE divided by 1 minus your shrinkage, which is 18%. Okay, so this is how we can calculate with a different way. So if you see, our numbers will match with our previous calculation. Required FTE 26.7, 32.6 is the base FTE. So our calculation and the outcome is matching, though we are using a different approach here. Okay, so now let's move and do a practical. Okay, so this is the metric that we required in advance, or and these are the things we have received from a project. Okay, so what we will do, we will calculate the working hours. So I told you how to calculate working hours, so this file you can use for your practice. So for working hours, what I'm gonna do, shift length minus, I will shift length minus, I will remove this 8 hours working hours. On phone hours, how to calculate 8 hours into our occupancy. Okay, 6.2 hours, 6.24 hours. Now let's calculate our workload. I told you how to calculate it, volume into AHT. This will give you your workload. On phone hours weekly, I have already explained this calculation also, how to do it. So for this calculation, I'm gonna take our on phone hours into my working day into 3600 to convert hours into seconds. So this is our on phone hours weekly. Okay, now let's calculate our available time. So how we can do that, working hours minus our on phone hours, this is our idle time. Okay, so let's use the first manpower calculation approach, and then probably we will, I mean after that we will go with the second. So how we will calculate our net FT. So what you have to do, for first calculation, workload divided by on phone hours, right? Now we will add shrinkage in top of this. So base FT divided by 1 minus our shrinkage, which is 18%. So the outcome is 32.6. Now let's calculate with the second approach. Now here we have to calculate call per agent. So I have told you how you will do that. So to get call per agent, what you can do, your on phone hours weekly, which is in second, divided by your forecasted AHT. So this is your call per agent. Required net FT, how to calculate it? To calculate this, what you can do, you can take your forecasted volume and divide by call per agent, right? It will give you your required FT. So same way we can add shrinkage top of this, base FT divided by 1 minus our shrinkage, which is 18%. So this way you can calculate. See, the numbers are matching. However, both the calculations are different. Okay. So this is the way to calculate it. I can share this file with you. You can use it for your future reference. So how this file is going to help you? You can change the numbers here. You can work on this. You can practice on this. And the best part of this file is, let's say you are stuck somewhere in the calculation, what you can do, you can either click on this link, it will redirect you to the same video you are watching, right? Or a different way, what you can do, you can click on this, it will redirect you to our YouTube channel, right? So yes, one click, everything is with you. So you don't need to search on YouTube, just one click you can directly reach out to that video, it will help you. So this is all about for today's session. We learned so many stuff: how to calculate manpower, how to calculate workload, how to include shrinkage. So if you really like this video, leave a comment. How was this video? What and all you learned? If you have any question, concern, send a comment, leave a comment. And if you really like this video, subscribe our channel. You can join our WhatsApp group where you will be getting notifications. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Stay tuned and get in touch. Let's see our next video very soon. Thank you so much.